My name is Delia Haustein. I am working in Prisma for 31 years and I have been the executive director since 2001.
My name is Adrian Frayssinet and I am the coordinator for special projects from Prisma.
My name is Fernandez Concha. I am director of special projects. I work in Prisma since '86 and my principal role was to introduce innovation in Prisma.
What we started off doing was trying to understand what was going on with chronic child malnutrition in Lima and in Peru in general. And we were just a group of professionals coming out of different professions, really. And over time, we thought about what we wanted to do with Prisma, and in the end, our mission read something like, we want to strengthen capacities of families so that they can improve their life. And that entails sustainable development, entails working with very vulnerable populations, and this is how we ended up getting into the topic of people with disabilities.
My involvement with Prisma began in 2012 when I worked in a project to help the people with disabilities in the south of Peru after the earthquake of Ica.
I think one of the strongest things that we have been able to do as a Peruvian NGO is over time have an impact on the development of policy for improving social services for the poorest population in Peru, specifically in terms of chronic malnutrition. It has become a budget program in the Ministry of Finance. And I think over time, one of the most important things that we do as an institution is to generate evidence to help governments make policy.
My current challenges are that I want to improve the employability of people with disabilities.
One of the big challenges that we have now is to help people who is living with a disability to improve the employability.
When we have authorities that are not very open to working with NGOs or listening to the evidence we generate or that sort of thing. In the topic of people with disabilities, we are very far behind in this country. Even though there is a law, it has not been enforced. There's very, very, very much to do still in terms of including people with disabilities. And I think first we need to understand better what their context is, what their problems are, try helping them to get more inserted into the general society. And I think once we have that know-how, we can generate a push into changing policy and adapting policy to their different needs, because they're very different.
What we want to do is working in three areas principally. First one is improve the skills of people who has a disability, and this skill has to be in accordance with his or her disability. The second one is to work with the government and the companies they have to be aware of their responsibility with these vulnerable people. And third, work with disability people, because they have to recognize that they have a disability, and disability is not an incompatibility to work, an incompatibility to life. They can work, they can live, and they have a family, and they could be a successful person.
I want you to help me with the sub-project to make to obtain a clear idea of the situation of people with disabilities in Peru or in Lima, and try to design a project that can an intervention that could change the situation here.
We have been picking up some information to try to understand better the problem, but I think having you here has helped us to focalize better into what kinds of things we can achieve at this point. I think we will have a clearer picture of how far we can go on this first phase, let's say it.
Helping this big task that we have, because it's a very hard job, and you can help us, and one of the tasks that we want is helping the people with IT literacy. And you can help in this area, and you can help also to review what we already done, what we think to work with, and helping to improve it.
There are too many fields that could be improved, like registration of people with disabilities, like education of both people without disabilities and people with disabilities, employability, arts and sports, recreation. There's a lot of fields that you can improve.
We recognize that this is a huge task for an NGO, and we need to include the government, the companies, national and international, all the NGOs, all the people to work with us, join us to start with this massive task to help more than 3 million Peruvians who lives with a disability.
I think there are a lot of people with disabilities in Peru that are very smart, very well educated, and who have had all the opportunities to be able to succeed in life. And I think those are the people who can help us help the others.